over the top, so ridiculous for an alleged first-time nonviolent offender. This is how they arrested Roger Stone. Presidential advisors, known Donald Trump for a long time, and that's, I believe, why he got in trouble. They were going after the president. Roger Stone is on the eve, potentially, of having to go to jail himself. Roger, welcome back. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I feel quite good, thank you.
So look, next Tuesday is when you're supposed to go to prison, correct?
That is correct. Now, it is still in the courts, as you may know. We filed an emergency motion before the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals. Also, the president has made it very clear that he's following the case very, very carefully. And I think everybody understands he has extraordinary powers of clemency that he could utilize at any time.
Regarding your case, our viewers are very familiar with it. We all believe that you're a victim here, quite frankly. And the judge, the jury, the misconduct, it's well established. What is the president waiting for? He's got the power. I mean, this is getting a little bit too close for comfort. He could either, I guess, through clemency or a pardon. Are your guys talking to his guys? What's happening?
Well, first of all, I'm not going to second guess the president of the United States. It's very clear in all of his tweets and in all of his public comments from the very beginning, from the time I was arrested, that he's following it closely. And he's been very astute at pointing out the unfairness, the political motivations behind it, the outrageousness of the conduct of the judge and the jury forewoman. So I'm not losing any sleep. I'm not in direct contact with the president, nor are my attorneys, but he knows what his powers are, and he's following it very closely. I've been very forthright about the fact that I'm praying for presidential action. I would prefer, in all honesty, to have a commutation because I want a chance to clear my name. I want to go to appeal where Judge Jackson doesn't control everything and get in front of a panel of honest judges, impartial judges. And at that time, frankly, all the corruption of my case will be exposed for the American people and for the judges. And I frankly think I can win exoneration, win vindication at that point. So I'm praying for commutation. Should he in his wisdom decide to pardon me? Obviously, I'm not a fool, but I've been falsely accused. I want to clear my name. The prosecution brought against me was ridiculous. Yet Mueller, Clapper, Comey, McCabe, Strzok, Rosenstein, Mueller, these people all lied to Congress, Hillary herself, but they lied about material things, consequential things, and none of them have been prosecuted. So even now, Michael Avenatti, Michael Cohen, well, that's changed, Rick Gates, Paul Manafort, they actually committed crimes, serious crimes. They have been released from prison because of the dangers of COVID, but they want to send me to a facility where there are now 20 confirmed cases. I'm 67 years old and I've had asthma my entire life. It's a death sentence. So when they say I've gotten special treatment, believe me, they're not kidding.
Yeah. By the way, for our viewers and for me, just to review, a pardon would be an official forgiveness of crimes. Commutation would be you don't have to go to jail. We're getting rid of the sentence. So your conviction would stand with a commutation, and then it makes sense. You can go back to court, you can fight this thing, and ultimately get your name cleared, your record cleared. You don't have to have the president do it, right?
That is correct, and I have already filed 2 appeals, an appeal of my conviction, and I also appealed the decision by Judge Jackson not to grant me a new trial on the basis of juror misconduct. The Supreme Court is very clear. Every defendant, even Roger Stone, is entitled to an impartial and indifferent jury. In my case, the jury forewoman in 2019 was attacking me, not just the president, me, on social media postings, which she had on private settings to conceal. After the trial, she deleted them. She dissembled about them during jury selection. And the judge said, well, none of that's a problem. That doesn't show bias.
Sooner or later, a reasonable jurist is going to see that that is a huge problem. By the way, very quickly, only have 30 seconds left. How much solace do you take from Richard Nixon? I know you've studied him, you knew him, you've read everything there is to know about him. Richard Nixon went through a lot. Now you're going through a lot. I got a picture up here. the day he resigned. Grace under pressure. I have tremendous admiration for him. Your association with him, has it helped you during this time?
Yes, because I hear the most important thing he ever said. A man is not finished when he's defeated. He's only finished when he quits. Only when you've been in the deepest valley can you appreciate the majesty of the highest mountaintop. This is in the hands of God. I believe that we'll all come out fine because I believe, again, that the Lord will never abandon you. He will never leave you behind if you walk in his way. I haven't broken any laws. I did nothing wrong. I was being prosecuted because of my loyalty to the President of the United States, who, in my opinion, could be the greatest president in my lifetime and who I want to help get reelected. So thanks for the opportunity to be here.
Roger Stone, absolutely. Thank you for being here. Beautiful quote from Nixon, and I think a little bit of Teddy Roosevelt as well. All the best, and I predict right now you're not going to jail. I said it, and I think I'm going to be proved correct. See you next time, okay?
Many thanks.
You bet. You bet.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing news channel, now in 65 million homes. Get Newsmax TV on all the major cable systems or go to newsmaxtv.com and click on the Find Newsmax tab to locate us. Remember, Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.